Hello, this is Calvin's. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Today I want to talk about something else, and that is a requisition system. A requisition system, as you are aware, is a streamlined process an organization can actually use to manage and track requests for goods and services. It ensures proper documentation, approval workflows, and efficient procurement in an institution. So I believe this is a very good system for any organization, any institution can use it to streamline their processes. Okay, so let me demonstrate how it works. So first of all, we'll look at the login. So this is the login window. It's already open. So you need to log in. This login has quite a number of security features. First of all, the admin will have a default username and password. Then once the admin logs in, you will be able to register users. Okay, so admin will log in with their credentials. The username will be, let me say the username is admin. So I'll say admin, and then the password is admin 1234. Okay, so once I'm logging in, or when I'm logging in, I will have to receive a notification in my mobile phone trying to confirm if it's really me logging into this system. Okay, and that's one of the features that I've put into this system. So I will get a notification in my phone. So I believe I think I've linked my phone to my PC. So once I am going to click submit, then immediately I am allowed in. I'm also going to receive an SMS trying to confirm if it is really me or that somebody else. So let me click submit. But remember, when you put wrong credentials, also the system will not allow you to come in. Okay, so login successful. So already I've received an SMS trying to confirm. Let me check. Okay, saying someone is logging in with your credentials. Is it really you? Make a follow-up. So already I've got the message. Okay, so that is very important feature, so that nobody will be able to log into the system as an admin. If someone logs in or makes an attempt to log in as an admin, the admin will receive that notification in their phones, and they will be able to know, and they will be able to make a follow-up. Okay, so this is now the admin dashboard. So once the admin is within the system and this is the dashboard, you're able to see that the admin has got a lot of accessibility, will be able to access a lot of functionalities of this system. Is able to add new department, new user. Overall, is able to get all the reports and even audit logs. We'll talk about that one later. So now let me now try to set up the system. Once the admin has logged in, you must set up the system. So you must add the institution name, you must add the departments, and even those users. Okay, so first of all, let me put in or set the institution name. So we can say Brook Brookside School. Brookside School. Okay, postal address, you can say just for demonstration. Okay, Rugoya. Email address Brookside. Okay, then phone number. Okay, let me use this number here. Then okay, before you set up the name, Okay, you will have to put some kind of password as an admin there to ensure that that is a security feature there. So institution details saved successfully. Okay, right. So after that, now you are sure you've set up the institution details. Now you need to add a new departments. So department number 1, we can say science. Okay. Number 2, you can say games. So you can add as many as possible. 3, we can say maybe guidance. So it will depend with the institution. If it is a school, you'll be able to add the relevant departments. If it's an hospital, you'll be able to add relevant departments. If it is maybe a college, you'll be able to add relevant departments. So another department can say humanities. Okay, so you can add as many as possible. So maybe you can add boarding. So maybe those are just enough matters of definition. So we've added departments. You can also edit those departments. For example, one with ID1 can see science, then you can change the name or anything you can update there. You can delete that department altogether. Okay, so that's how you will add the departments as admin. Then now that you've added departments and you've set up the institution details, you can now add new users. So you can also confirm from the lists to check how many users are there, and also you may have a glimpse of the details of each user as admin. Okay, so first name, we want to add Christian Gary. Gary. No, that's the first name, Christian. The second name, Gary. Gary, okay. The phone number. That's just for demonstration. Department, now that we've added departments, they will be here. So let's say is in games. Okay. It's in games. Then the username, we can say Chris. And then the password, we can say Chris1234. Then the role. Remember, this system is multi-login. We log in as either employee, manager, admin. So those are the 3 user roles that we have here. So they have different roles in this particular system. So when you are registered as an employee, then you will have limited roles, opposed to when you are being registered by admin or manager. So employees will have limited roles. Okay, just looking at their requests and placing those requests and maybe editing those requests and so on. So let us submit that particular user. So that is user number 1. Then we register another user. So Newton Kitui. Okay, that the first name. Okay, first name. Then the second name is Kitui. Then you have phone number. I'll just use that number for matters of demonstration. Departments, let's say science. Username, new, then new 1234. Those are just demonstration. Then is an employee. Okay, Newton. Let me put manager. Is the manager of the institution. Okay. In fact, you are able also to edit the users that you have added. For example, you can say user number 2, then you search, then you can edit anything. that you want to edit. You can also delete them altogether. Okay, now that we've registered the users, now the users will be able to log in into the system, and they will be directed to their dashboards, where they will be able to work from those dashboard. Okay, remember, this is the dashboard of the system administrator. There is also dashboard for manager, then this dashboard for users. Okay, because they have different levels of accessibility. Okay, so now let me uh, log out, then I demonstrate as a user. So log out. So I've logged out. Now I want to log in as a user. Remember, after registering those users, they will be able to be given those passwords and the user ID, so that they will be able to change their passwords and change any detail they want to change. So for example, if I'm a user and already have been given my details, the password, the username, and the user ID, I'm able to change those details here, so that I keep them to myself. So you're able to change them here if you like. So you just put the ID there, for example, 2. Then you search. Then after the details have been displayed, you will be able to change. Only the user role you can't change. You will be able to change the password, the username, and so on. And then you update. Okay. So now let me log in as one of the users. So let me log in as who now? Christian Gary. So Christian Gary, I can say Chris, then Chris 1 2 3 4. Then if that is wrong, then the system will flag you again. Username does not exist. Please try again. So it means you have put wrong details. It does not exist. It do not exist. So Chris. Okay, let me try to submit. So it's telling you password field cannot be empty. So all those validations are very important, and they're there with the system. So let me just put the right one, Chris 1 2 3 4. So you will be able to submit. So immediately you are submitting, remember there's going to be an SMS notification that will reach Chris, asking him whether he's the one logging in, and should follow up. Okay, so submit. So Chris is now logging in as an employee. You are able to see this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard of Chris, the dashboard of an employee. So everything is still empty. This is the summaries. Okay, all these are summaries. This is the dashboard. So you can see even here it's written here UI interactive dashboard, giving summaries on your requisition placed for approval. For inquiry, channel them to. So this is number for the manager. So maybe the manager is also registered, then their number will be reflected over here. So now we are in this employee dashboard, as you're able to see here, and then immediately you log in, your details are reflected here. So you can see Christian Gary, because I logged in as Christian Gary. So welcome Christian Gary. You can see that. So everything is very very nice. So now you are able to place a request as an employee. You are able to update your account as an employee. Then you are able to exit the system. So if you place a when you are placing a request, this is the form that will appear here. So you can easily place a request. So let me now place a request. So you can see my name as Christian Gary is already here. Item I want let me say I want balls quantity 3 or 2, estimated cost from the list or price list from supplier. You can say 1,500. Phone number, okay. Then department, you can say games department. You can say games department. Then you submit that. So you have placed a request. That is one of the requests that you are placing. Okay, so now request has been submitted. Now you can place another request. So you can see as you place those requests, your dashboard is changing in terms of structures, in terms of uh, visuals. You can see this one pending, which means you've already made a request, and your request is still pending, and the amount is 3,000 because each ball is 1,500 and you applied for 2 balls. So you can place another request, maybe nets, maybe volleyball nets, okay. Quantity, maybe 1, unit cost 2,000, okay. Then you submit that as well. So you can see again that's a request placed by Christian Gary. So Christian Gary can make requests for anything he wants to request. Okay, so let me try something else here. Let me say let me say Kilundu. Then we say maybe test tube. I want you to be very keen to see something here at maybe 20. Estimated cost maybe 150. So when I submit, look at what the system is saying. Place request using your account. Thank you. So it means Newton Kiltui is not supposed to make those requests in using this person's account, because we remember we logged in as Christian Gary, and therefore it is Christian Gary who is supposed to making those requests here, not any other person. If you try, then the system is going to stop you and going to tell you that place the request using your account. Thank you. So that is very, very important. It's a feature, security feature. So now let me again log out. I want to log out and log in as somebody else. So let me log in as another employee, Ruth Mwangi. Ruth Mwangi. So Ruth Mwangi, no, username is supposed to be Ruth, then Ruth 1234. Then we submit that. So Ruth is supposed to get SMS notifying them whether they are the right person. Okay, I already have got the SMS. Remember, I use my line for most of them. I've got that one. Someone is logging in with your credential. Is it really you? Make a follow-up. So I've received that SMS. Okay, so you can see how that particular feature is very, very, very good. So now you can see this the dashboard for Ruth Mwangi, and you can see Ruth Mwangi is here. Ruth Mwangi, and there's nothing at this point. There's nothing, totally nothing. So let me say I want to place a request. So Ruth Mwangi can be found here. Ruth Mwangi is here. Then description, maybe curtains, quantity maybe 15 curtains, unit cost 1,000, phone I just use my line, for matters of demonstration. Department, let me say boarding. So we submit. So if they submit, it will be submitted to the right place. Okay, so you can make more than one request that is already placed. So you can see the dashboard is changing. So Ruth Mwangi in boarding can still look for things like tabs, quantity 5, then estimated cost 550, then you submit. That is boarding. Okay, so the submission is already. So you can see now Ruth Mwangi has already placed the request, two requests you are seeing here, pending at 2, and this is the amount for that pending request. Then total, the summarized totals are here. Okay, so now the request has been made. They have been made, and now it means the manager is supposed to be approving those requests. So it means I want to demonstrate by logging out and then logging in as a manager. Okay, remember our manager in this case, as a matter of demonstration, is Newton Kitui. So we log in and then come in as Newton Kitui, which is new. I remember it is new, then new 1 2 3 4. So this is now our manager. Now you are logging in as the manager. So manager, as I believe, has received SMS. Let me check. Okay, it's already here. The SMS is already here. The SMS, I'm reading the SMS and it's saying that someone is logging in with your credential. Is it really you? Make a follow-up. So that is very important, so that when these people are not the ones logging in, then they are able to be notified and then take quick actions. So you can see this is the dashboard for the manager, and the dashboard for the manager looks different. You are able to see this line graph showing the pending requests. Pending requests, you can see here the approved 0, rejected 0, overall again the same amount. So over here you can see the dashboard for the manager. The pending are 6, because we have the 3 employees have made 2 requests each, so the pending are 6. The total amount for that is that. The approved 0, rejected 0, total 6 requests, and then this is the total for all the requests. The total number of SMS sent to any employee is still 0. So remember, now we are here as a manager and we need to review or check the requests and then make appropriate decisions before we approve. So action on requests. So overall report is there. So these are all reports. The manager will be able to see them. Then manager will be able to even generate those reports. So let me demonstrate how the manager is going to approve those requests. So we are going to action on requests. So this is the form where the requests are going to be either rejected or approved. Okay, so now there is also another very important thing that we must know from this point, that once the request has been approved by the manager, then the person who made the request is going to get the notification telling them that your request for this and that has been approved. Okay, and order placed. So immediately that one happens, the supplier also gets the what? The notification telling them to bring those items as listed in the message, and telling them to call back to confirm the delivery date. Okay, so that's the whole process. You can see how it is seamless and very nice. So let me say I want to approve. So all these are requests. There are 6 requests. So only pending requests will be here in the drop down list. Once it has been approved, it will no longer be here. So let me start by approving the first one or rejecting the first one. So you can see when I put that first one here, you can see that the details of that request already are appearing here. So you need to approve or reject. You can approve or you can reject. Then you make sure you write the supplier phone number here. The supplier, because you already have the details of your supplier, so you'll put their phone number here. So let me say I want to approve that one. Then the phone number of the supplier, let me use okay, that one can be used as a supplier. It's another phone number we have around here. We are going to check if that supplier is going to get the message telling them to bring those items. So now even the requester, the employee, is going to get the message telling them that they have that their requests have either been approved or rejected. So when I submit like this, now once the operation is complete, we are going to get notified. Okay, submitted successfully. So at that point, the requester must be getting messages. You already have got the message here, and the message says, let me read the message. The message says that kindly supply us with 1 ball. Call this number to confirm delivery date. Thank you. So you can see the supplier has already got the message. What about the person or the employee who made the request? Let me check. So the employee, this here. Okay. They have okay. I've received for this. I've read the wrong message. So requisition system, Brookside School. That is the heading for the message. Requisition system, then Brookside School. Then we have kindly supply Brookside School with the 2 balls. Call this number to confirm delivery date. Thank you. So that's the supply. It's the number which I put here already. I've got that message telling me to make delivery, to make the supply for that request. Then again, as the person who was making the request, I've also received the SMS telling me, hello, Christian Gary, because the first one was for Christian Gary actually. Hello, Christian Gary, your requisition for balls has been approved and purchase order sent to the supplier. Thank you. So you can see, very nice, very nice. So both the supplier and the employee who placed the request have got the notification. Isn't that nice and good? Okay, so now let me approve the second one. You can see the first one is now not there. The second one here, this one I want to reject. So remember, when the manager rejects that request, then the employee or the employee is going to get notified and there about the status of that request. Then the supplier is not going to get any message. So let me reject. So even if you put the number of the supply here, okay, the supply is not going to get any message because that request has been rejected. So only the employee is going to receive the message telling them that that particular request they made has been rejected. Okay, so let us wait for the notification. Ready, it's here. Okay, the message also has come. So the message reads that the message reads okay, requisition system, Brookside School. Hello, Christian Gary, your requisition for nets has been rejected. Try next time. Thank you. So that is also very nice. So the number we put there for the supplier has not got the notification because the request has been rejected. Okay, so that's how you'll be approving them. So you can approve that one, you can approve that one. Okay, that makes the notifications. So let us leave those two as pending. We have not. So when you check the dashboard now, it takes a different dimension. You are able to see that the graphs now, and this line graph is now taking that direction. So it means pending two. As you remember, we left some two pending. So approved, we approved two. Then we've rejected two as well. And then when you look at the bottom here, you are able to see that total number of SMS sent, 2. So it means we have sent 2 SMSs in total. So that is how the manager will actually reject or approve those requests. Okay, so for reports, we can view the reports when we are managers and when we are admins only. The employee will not be able to access the reports unless they have been given those reports. So now I want to log out and then log in as admin. So admin, the username there, then 1 2 3 4. So when you I was forgetting something here. This one here, when you forget your password, you were able to change them from here. Okay, so we submit that one. So I'm now logging in as admin. All right, so when I log in as admin, okay, the SMS has reached me asking me whether is it me. Okay, so I know it's me, and it's well. So this is the dashboard, system administrator. Okay, it also gives summaries of everything. So pending requests are 2, approved requests are 2, rejected requests are 2, total requests are 6, and these are the amounts and the total, and the SMSs we have sent is 2. Okay, so I want to generate reports, and then remember, as you do anything in this particular system, the system take the logs. That is for accountability. The system will have to take the logs, whether it is logging out, whether it is adding a department, whether it is deleting something, whether it is whichever activity that is going on in the system will take all the logs. There's no activity which will not be captured in the logs. So is that not very nice? Okay, so I'll show you that one later. So let me show you how we're getting the reports. So overall reports, that's where all the requests are able to be seen, the pending, approved, and rejected. Okay, so when we generate that report, you will be able to see that this system generates reports, a very nice one, as you're able to see. This is a PDF, a very nice report. So this is the overall requisition report summary as at the date of regeneration. So this summary, there's date here, there's time for generation. Overall amount on requisition is this one. Then we have pending requisition, this one. Rejected amount, this amount which has been rejected. Then approved amount is here, 18,000. So here in green, we are giving the summaries of everything, and then the table will give you all the data, the overall data that we have, both the approved, pending, and approved, pending, and rejected. They're all here. So this is the data. So these are the requests that have been made so far, and either approved or rejected or left pending. So the name of the school is highlighted up here, Brookside School. Okay, very nice. So that's a report. That's a report. So let me close that report. So then we have also pending requests. So when we generate the request for pending, it will only pending requests that are going to be generated. So here we are generating pending requisition report summary as at the date of generation. So you're able to see that only the pending requests are generated, the list for pending requests only. And then we are told here that the pending is 4350, and the Jane Bigot is the one whose requests are still pending. Okay, so you're able to print that one and take it to the right place. The approved request. So this one will give you only the approved requests. So this is the report for approved requests only. So you can see here the status approved, only the approved ones. So the list is short, and this system is very handy when it comes to generating the report, and you can see it only generates it dynamically. So meaning it will only capture the area with the data. So that is very good. So this is the approved requisition report summary. Okay, so those are reports. So then the rejected requests. The rejected requests, when you generate, you can see these are the rejected requests. One is for Christian Gary and the other one is for Ruth Mwangi. Christian Gary requested for nets, then Ruth Mwangi taps. So both have been rejected, and that's the report. Then we have yearly reports. So for yearly report, you will have to simply type the year here. So like I can type 2023, then it will generate reports for 2023. Then you hit enter. It will only generate the reports for 2023. Okay, you can see the year is here, 2023, and this is the report for requisition, yearly requisition report summary as at the date of generation. Okay, that is very nice. So because all these reports are just 2023, so we are not able to. But if you type year, for example, 2020, 22, which is not there, you know it's going to come out blank. You can see it's going to come out a blank sheet. There's nothing there. Okay, so that is very nice. So that is report by year. Then report by employee. So by employee, you want to know how many requests an employee has been making, and how many have been approved, rejected, or something. So you just select the employee here, Like, let us view Christian Gary. We hit enter. So for Christian Gary, this is the report. This is how Christian Gary have been making requisitions, and we can see the status, which ones have been approved and which ones have been rejected. Okay, that's very nice. That's for Christian Gary. You can select another one. You view Newton. No, Newton is the manager. It's not made any. That Mwangi. So the Mwangi also, you can see very nicely. Okay, this is for Mwangi. You can see here Ruth Mwangi. Okay, for Ruth Mwangi, and one is approved, one is rejected. So you can see that's very nice. So you can view all of them if you like. Jane Biget is also here. Hit enter. So Jane Biget report on requisition. You can see Jane Biget here. Then pending. Jane Biget has all requests pending. They have not been approved. They are the ones we left. Okay, when we were demonstrating. So then that's how you will give the report by employee. Then report by departmental. So we say departmental reports. So you put in the department here, for example, games. Then you hit enter. Then it will generate departmental requisition reports. So departmental requisition report summary as at the date of generation. This is the games. You can see games. This is the report. Approved and rejected. Some have been approved, some have been rejected. Okay, and then there is games. You can also view maybe humanity. Okay, so very nice, very nice, very nice. You can see. So for humanity, it generates this one, and they are still pending. The history book and the skull, they have not been bought, or they have not been approved. Okay, so and then you can check even for science check if the department has not made any request, then the list will come blank. Okay, this very good show that the department has not made any request or requisition. Okay, so that's how you'll generate department report. Then now another very important report that can help you track the audit, or you can know whatever activity which was taking place within the system at any time, at any date. You will be able to look at the audit logs. These audit logs, the system capture them one by one. Any activity that goes on here, the system will capture the audit. And when we open the audit logs, you'll be able to know what was taking place within the system. Okay, so when I click log, the log trails, you'll be able to see this is the log. Okay, you can see a lot of things have been happening in this system. So you can see on 7th May 2023, at this time there was deletion operation. I can remember I performed factory reset. I deleted everything. Okay, and it captured that. These are the transaction ID for the logs. The transaction ID here, you can see we have, let me zoom it in. For transaction ID, you can see we have this one means transaction, then this the year 2023, then this the dates, the month May, then this the date 07, then this the log number. Okay, so this is the ID for that transaction log. So you were able to see that the transaction logs are quite a number because we've been doing a lot of things in the system. So you can see if we have a look at this last one, you can see it was capturing generation, report generation. That is the action, the operation which was going on, report generation and the generated overall report. It is the system administrator who did that, and this is the transaction ID or code. There's also report generation, pending requisition report. So all the reports which were generated, they were captured one by one. So remember, these are the reports we've generated until we generated departmental report, science department, and who did it? System administrator, and this the log ID. So it will take everything, whether it is signing in. You can see like here at this time and the date, somebody signed in, and who was that signed into this system? By system administrator. Okay, this is the system administrator who signed in, and then signing out also. It is still the system. No, Newton Kitui signed out. Then There is also approved a request. Okay, these are the managers activities where he was approving and rejecting some requests. So approved a request, approved request for 2 balls from Christian Gary. It is the Newton Kitui who is the manager. Then here rejected a request, rejected request for 1 net from Christian Gary. It's Newton Kitui who is rejected, the manager. Approved request for 15 curtains from Ruth Mwangi. You can see. So it takes all the logs, all the activities. No activity will not be captured in this log. Is that nice, colleagues and friends? Very nice. So that is the report on audit logs and trails. So you can always back up the data. So when you back up the data or report or the file, it will be backed up to a C drive. So backup complete. So when we go to the C drive, let me just minimize the system, and then we go to the C drive. I want to check whether it is backed up. So okay, it's here. I think it's backed up here, so you can see requisition system. Okay, that's nice. So it has been backed up. So you just back up your data like that if you want to back them up. So these are the summary on the system administrator. So I've demonstrated every part of this particular system, and you have seen it's very, very nice. So I can perform factory reset to delete everything and then exit. But remember, as I do that, the log, the audit log trails will capture that very well. When I log out, it will be also trailed. It will be in the audit logs. So let me log out. No, let me exit. Even when I exit, the system will capture that, and it will be in the log trails. Okay. So all the transaction that is going on will be captured. So colleagues and friends have demonstrated, and you've seen this system is quite handy, and it's very, very nice for making requisition very well. And you have seen it is very, very nice and handy. Very, very nice and handy. And I welcome you to my wall. You can ask me any question. You can make any queries. Okay. Otherwise, thank you. May God bless you. We'll meet next time. Amen.